In this video, I want to give you a short summary on my new empirical study about the scaling of mental computation in a sorting task. A lot of cognitive science is concerned with the question of how we solve different tasks in the complex environment which we live in. The answer to this question often ends up being a computational model which describes the process with which a particular task is being solved. And while a lot of these models capture human behavior in various scenarios well, few of these models account for how the processing time of the model changes if the input to a problem increases. In everyday life, however, we seem to deal well with tasks of varying sizes. For example, going to a mini-mart or a supermarket probably doesn't matter for your grocery shopping. So the question is, what exactly does this relationship look like, and can we use the form of this relationship to glean some information about what the underlying process to a problem might be? In this study, we are interested in the scaling of mental sorting as one such cognitive process. To look at mental sorting, we presented the participants with sequences of bars that varied in size. Their task was to mentally sort these bars according to their height from the smallest to the tallest bar. We measured how long this sort took. To check whether participants sorted the sequence correctly, we presented a cue. The color of the cue corresponded to the color of one of the bars, and the task was to report the position of the corresponding bar in the sorted sequence. So in this example, the correct response would be 6, as the blue bar is the 6th smallest bar. However, unlike in this animation, we normally don't have any insight into what is going on in the participant's mind as they sort the sequence. To gain some idea, we measured the sorting times for sequences of various sizes. We found that the sorting times scale approximately linearly with the input size. We also wanted to see if people are further able to reduce these sorting times if there is some structure in the task that they could theoretically make use of. To check for this possibility, we gave people not only fully random sequences, but also some blocks in which the sequence followed one of two structures, which we did not tell them about. In the first structure, we always asked about the position of the tallest bar. This means that people would no longer need to sort the sequence, but they would just need to determine how long it is. In the second structure, we always presented 3 colors after each other. In this example, purple, green, and yellow. Once the structure is learned, people should be able to speed up their sort a little bit due to this regularity. To measure the gain in sorting time, we looked at the difference between the sorting time if there is no structure and the sorting time if there is structure present. We found that this difference is above 0, meaning that people are indeed able to recognize and use structure that is presented in a task to speed up their processing times. To summarize, we found that mental sorting scales approximately linearly. This excludes a host of possible sorting algorithms which would not scale so well. However, it is important to note that we looked at a limited input range here. Furthermore, most sorting algorithms don't make mistakes, while humans did. It is very possible that people might be willing to make some mistakes to allow them to be relatively fast in this task overall. We also found that people can use structure to improve their processing time, even if they did not know that any structure would be present in the task. And lastly, we also used some computational modeling to see how people might learn the latent structure, and we found that a directed search describes the structure learning process well. This work was done by Schulz, Ishita Dasgupta, Charley and me, Susanne Haridi. This work is now also published in Cognition, so if you want, please check it out, and I'll link the paper in the description below.